I'm going to ask that question. I would like to know who's responsible for the supervision on the county level. Because after all, you know, the commissioners were in charge of the county. Who was reporting to the commissioners on behalf of the county? We need to know that answer. The other thing that was obvious to me on the meetings I attended was actually the lack of knowledge that county commissioners had themselves of the entire process that was going on with regard to reassessment. Questions was asked that couldn't be answered. I don't know whether it was a case of the tail wagging the dog or what was going on, but it seemed like they were out of touch. Was it the assessment office that was in charge? That's something we need to find out. Seems like the major thing that the commissioners done was pay the bill. And I think we've held $80,000. I think we've held $80,000 off of them. The balance of the $1.9 million is paid to them and they're gone. So we need some answers. With regard to the assessment itself, it's been said that computer programming was used based on supposedly, and I've heard this quote a number of times from people that went through their informal hearing, was based on scientific data. One gentleman who had the informal interview, who was an appraiser, who was at a county commissioners meeting, said that the only thing that the guy could tell him that his appraisal was based on scientific data. What's the scientific data? I understand GIS data was used. Computer formulas was used with regards to computing land values in Bedford County. It's a complicated process. I'm not an appraiser, and I'm sure none of you folks would ever understand some of the formulas that was supposedly used in this process. Photo interpretation was used. Some of that stuff is where you would define the wooded areas versus open areas of real estate. It's something I would encourage you all to check on your assessment notice. I understand there have been some mistakes that way, that open acreage versus forested acreage, some of those acreage numbers are not accurate. The result of this field work is inaccurate and unfair results. I've been told none of the data cards that was on file in the assessment office that have been used for years and constantly updated by the assessment office was used by Tyler CLT. I got that from the assessor herself.